This video is not a fucking waste of time, unlike the fucking anime I'm about to talk about. So let's just rip the band-aid off. Let's just take the knife out of the wound and just pour salt and lime in it. A couple of cuckoos, a pair of cuckoos, a couple of cuckoos. What the fuck is this shit? Kako no inasuke, or a couple of cuckoos. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's how much I actually care to talk about this thing. But I feel like it's my civil duty as a anime connoisseur that has watched about 5,000 animes in the span of 80 years that I've been alive, to give you a warning and to not watch this thing. Let's put it already on the tentacle meter. I'm gonna give it a 3 suction cups out of 10. That's it. Get the fuck out. Now, if you want to know why, well, let me tell you why. A Couple of Cuckoos is the anime that it really takes to heart what happens if you have a very simple premise that could work and stretch it until you can no longer possibly do. Like, let's say that you come up with this little tiny premise of like, what would happen if you have 2 babies, one that is supposed to be destined to this humble restaurant owner family, and this other baby who's supposed to go with this rich ass family, be swapped at birth, and now they go to they go on their own, right? Then they eventually find out, the family is like, oh, we actually swap our babies, but we don't want to lose them, so how about we have them marry each other? And then shenanigans ensue, because obviously they don't like each other, but now they're kind of forced to be engaged for the sake of both of their families. And honestly, that's kind of like a charming type of premise in a way, because you get to see like, oh, this girl who's very rich, it's gonna learn how to be humble, and this guy who's very humble and poor will kind of get the pleasures of life. And then you get to see like them fighting, like, oh, well, this was supposed to be my life, no, well, and who's my family? And like, the premise works itself for a good romantic comedy. It does work itself for that. But the problem is that this fucking series stretched that shit to no boundaries. Like, they just kind of ran with it. And how many episodes does it have? Because it felt like 24, that's it. God damn. I kid you not, this thing felt more like 503, because nothing happens. And that's my main problem with the series. Nothing happens in this thing. You expect them to progress, to kind of learn about each other, to kind of do something. And that's the problem. You expect something to happen, and nothing ever happens. The first episode was charming enough that I was like, yeah, definitely, I'm gonna give this a chance. But after that, like, you would read the comments on Crunchyroll that would say like, here I am again, another week of nothing, of this story being stretched out. And it's, yeah, like, this is one of those series that I'm not even going to talk that much about, because honestly, it's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. Things that happen in one episode don't have consequences on things that happens on the following episodes. Nothing ever really happens, and then at the end of the season, you get to just sit there and be like, yep, I just wasted my fucking time. And that's what I felt watching this thing. It was definitely a pain to sit through, and one that I regret watching, because I could have watched something else. Now, if you complain that nothing ever happens in Rent a Girlfriend, watch this shit. Like, at least in Rent a Girlfriend, like, I root for someone, for Ruka, But here, I don't root for anyone. All of the characters are very unlikable. They are just very plain and one-dimensional, and it just sucks. So again, 3 suction cups out of 10. Don't watch it. Just do yourself a favor. Don't watch it. Watch something else instead, like more videos on this channel. All right. See ya. Bye.